Hello. Welcome to Freestyle. I'm here with my host, uh, Justin, Mr. Sinestros, his gamer tag. This is Turtle or Trueshot Turtle. And there are a million things we can be talking about, but there is something that has been trending. There's this wave that we're all currently on, and we've been seeing this all across all sorts of social media platforms. And I'm pretty sure you've seen it too. You've seen, your favorite podcasters talking about these things, and it's about feminists. Feminists, like, where are they coming from? I mean, obviously, they're coming from somewhere, but we're going to be watching a video about how this particular feminist. I mean, I love women. Let me just say, I love women. Justin, you love women.
Definitely love them all.
You love them all. I mean, you can't go wrong with them good women, right? But this particular woman, this particular feminist, is destroyed with facts, and we're going to be jumping right into this.
All right, let's get going.
I just think my life's over. I'll never get married.
Have you said men are trash before?
100%.
I've said it before. I have said it before, yeah.
Did you mean it?
No. I don't think all men are trash. That's a lie. Yes, I do.
Imagine being the guy saying all women are trash. Imagine the cancel culture coming your direction, bro.
The cancel. Now, what is up with, like, I'm sure we've all heard Mr. Andrew Tate getting canceled on like absolutely every single platform, and like he was talking about it, like basically, he wasn't talking against, but he was certainly making very strong points.
Yes, he also Andrew Tate. He puts a little more of a persona on. I will say some of his stuff is outlandish. Some of it is on the money. But some of it is exaggerated because he kind of has a persona. He's kind of acting in some ways. I base this opinion off just multiple YouTubers and videos showing him breaking character, so to speak. But
yeah, it's true. Like as soon as you post something on YouTube, like you're publishing something, you're publishing content, and essentially what are you doing? When you're putting your face in front of the public, you're basically acting. And I mean, Andrew Tate, I wouldn't say he's the greatest actor, but he certainly has a persona that a lot of people resonated with and did not like.
No. Let's move on. Going to the skipping up to minute 30.
Minute 30.
Yep, this is going to be the reason she doesn't like men or she thinks all men are trash.
Options, which also means that the guys you're calling trash are only trash because you're all sleeping with the same men. And then you want to go around and say, men are this and men are that. There's a whole breadth of men out there who will treat you well, but you ignore those ones to sleep with the ones that your friend's sleeping with, your cousin's going to sleep with, your best friend's going to sleep with, and the men are trash. When really, it's the guys you're letting inside.
So
here's one for you, just to stop it at a minute 50. They just got done talking about how these men that she's saying that are trash, these are the ones that they're all sleeping with, their friends are sleeping with, and this is something I will say 100% is fact. Women like men that other women are attracted to. Women like a little bit of competition. If a man seems desirable to one woman, that automatically makes him valuable to others.
Yeah, it's so true. I mean, I don't know if you have that video on hand right now, but there's this particular video where this guy was going up to random women, and he's like, and he was asking this random woman or random sets of women. He's like, why is it that some women wear wedding rings to repel men, while men wear fake wedding rings to attract women? And then the chick was like, I'm currently wearing a fake wedding ring right now. And so it's like, it's true. Like, men will wear, and again, some men have actually went on camera and said that they actually do wear fake wedding rings and they do attract women.
Somebody wanted them, There must be some reason. He was providing some value.
But this was a fake wedding ring, so he was literally like basically using that using the competitive nature that the woman has against themselves, and he was just wearing something that wasn't even real. It was just an accessory that woman just basically woman that they just thought, yeah, this guy must be a high quality man. He's already locked down. Let's go see if I can destroy his current relationship. I mean, like, jokes on her though, but you know what I'm saying? Like, and he probably got her number at the end of the day. I'm not too sure, but yeah, it's so true.
We're going to move on to minute 50, where we're going to be told from a woman's point of view why all men are trash.
What? So why do you think it's okay to say that?
To say what?
Like, men are trash. You just said you do think that. Why do you think they're trash? Like,
I feel like,
say the women's side.
Honestly,
yeah.
I feel like my recent experiences have really opened my eyes.
Okay.
Men of from all different walks of life. Not that I have slept with them for somebody now says that I've experienced. I've seen married men come to talk to me that seem that they're in happy relationships. I'm like, wow. So even the married ones cheat. I've seen people that are my age act trash. I've seen people that are traumatized act trash. People who've been through therapy act trash. I feel like I've just seen all men act trash. So that's why I say that.
Who cheats more, men or women?
Women don't get caught.
I feel like men cheat more. Honestly, I feel like men cheat more.
The rates are similar.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, women seem surprised when the cheating rates are about 50-50. Did you know, however, the divorce rate is higher among African American couples, whereas white women apparently are able to keep their men a little bit more. This is statistical. This isn't rubbish.
That's interesting.
Did you know that over half of marriages end in divorce? After the first 3 years.
Yeah.
It's
crazy.
Yeah.
Every single one of my friends that are old enough to get married are divorced.
Crazy. I'm divorced. Lady friend I'm seeing. I'm divorced. What do you know? What a thing. And you got these. Man, it's kind of sad. And a lot of times these women are. Oh, and also, by the way, 80% of the time it's the women that initiate the divorce. All right.
Yep.
They think the grass is greener, but then when they get out into the dating world and they see, and I will admit, there are a lot of trashy dudes out there, and that's because 3% of men know how to talk to women. 3% of the men are the highest earners. 3% of the men have all of the options when it comes to women. All right. Those men can act how they want to act because they're at a certain status, and when a woman is looking for those 3% men, they also have to take into account they're probably going to be sharing him. A lot of couples, you don't hear about this. A lot of high value couples where the man is the provider and he's making millions of dollars. He can have girlfriends. He's allowed to do those things as long as he doesn't embarrass her in public or neglect his husbandly duties. Crazy.
That is interesting. Even though, I mean, I get that men with a lot of money can be perceived as high value, but I still think that even values themselves, like virtue, sticking with that, those set of values, like regardless of how much money you have, like I feel like that should be the standard. Like, yeah, you might be a billionaire, but that doesn't necessarily mean you have the right to sleep with 50 different women or have girlfriends while you're married. I feel like that
I
is
get that.
contributing.
Well, that's
contributing to the problem.
It is. That's a lot of men that are in these spots. They go into these relationships letting their ladies know they are aware that he's going to be able to do whatever the hell he wants to do. Late and great Kevin Samuels. Not all relationships. I can't cookie cutter this. I don't want to blanket statement that, but a lot of men in high power situations tend to be able to do whatever the hell they want to do, and it's not, and the women have the ability to leave them, but they don't because they like the lifestyle.
Yeah, so they're basically trading, they're not trading, but they're like overlooking basically a potential evil for the temporary good. I get that having a good lifestyle is like important in the Western culture, but like when it comes down to like virtues and values, and obviously like we're all getting old, and at the end of the day, like, we're probably going to want somebody for a long period of time, or just have that one person, that companionship. But obviously, it's like, when you're young, you explore your options and you're doing all these things. But if you don't learn to cultivate healthy boundaries and healthy relationship early on, when you're old, you're not going to have a partner, and you're going to die lonely. So anyways, but like, the point is, it's like,
you hear that, women? Invest in cat food.
Yeah, exactly. Invest in a lot of cat food, and if you like turtles, get some seafood as well. But like, so it's like, what is the impressionable, the easily influenced, the naive, basically. It's like, who are their role models? Who are they looking at? Obviously, it's like that one, like the very small margin of successful men who are doing things within their power to do the things that they want. And like, with that said, that puts a whole lot of responsibility on their shoulders. And these people who are young and impressionable, they're going to mimic the success, or even just the actions of these people that they see. And so I'm just talking about particularly for men, like, or for boys that are eventually going to turn into men. But anyways, that's like the perspective that I'm coming from. Like, if I were to be in a position of power, would I want to have unlimited options? I mean, having unlimited options would be nice, but the type of person that I am is, I want to have that one person. You know what I mean?
I feel that.
Again, I'm not speaking for everybody, and this is how they should live. But I think that if you want to see society mature and have like those traditional values, where people are no longer talking about their men cheating or their wives cheating or whatever, or seeing these super high divorce rates, I think certain things really got to change. And that's just my perspective. I think that having those values become those standards again, like, it'd be nice. I mean, I certainly want to have a woman that believes in traditional values. But what was that thing that you were saying earlier? Traditional, like, they want to be traditional.
Women want traditional men, but they don't want to be traditional women. They want to do their hot girl summer shit, and get ran through by the football team, and have 3 different baby daddies, and are confused why. Yeah, they can get a man, but they can't keep one. A man will get with you to get the box, but if you don't bring peace and value to his life, you're just a distraction.
Yeah. So can you say that line again, just for the people in the back?
Modern women want traditional men, but they don't want to be traditional women. Modern women want traditional men, but they don't want to be traditional women. We got, seriously, you got women with 3 different baby daddies confused why they can't keep a quality man. Let me tell you why. A quality man typically isn't going to get with a woman that's got 3 different kids from 3 different dudes. They just don't. All right? So all these women that have been lied to by society to think that they are 10s when they're a 5 at best, got their standards way too high, and they're never going to find a man that is going to be of substance, because they just looking in the wrong places. They got these unrealistic conditions. Oh, he got to be 6 foot tall. He got to have a big dick. He got to make 6 figures. I got to be able to stay home. But then they don't want to do any of the traditional shit, right? With staying home, traditionally, if you're going to be a stay-at-home mom or a wife, you take care of the household duties. That is your job. Your job is to make it easier for your man that has to go out into the world and make a living and protect you and provide for you. That is your role as a woman, as a traditional woman. People in other countries know this shit. People here with this modern feminist movement have jaded young girls. This girl here, for example, 21 years old, don't know her ass from a hole in the ground, honestly. She's not been alive long enough. All right? Let's continue. We're going to go with, we're just going to hit play from here.
I think women lie more. Who lies more, men or women?
Women. Definitely.
And we're
women.
good at it. We're amazing at it.
So by that logic, wouldn't you say that women get away with cheating more?
Yeah.
No, but I feel like for women, it's, well...
So would you say that women are equally trash?
No, because I feel like women cheat when there's a reason. Men cheat because, as you guys said, that their hormones make them cheat.
So 20% of men are in sexless marriages. Would you say that's a good reason that if you're not having sex with your husband that he should cheat?
Yeah. Yeah.
And, okay, yes. So would you say in the cheating status about 25% of men cheat, would you say that's a good reason?
Yes. Why do you keep catching me out? Why do you keep catching me out?
Yeah. So 25. I think she just said 25% of men that cheat for the reason of they're in sexless marriages. You know, and you got women sitting there saying, "Okay, yeah, it's probably." They don't want to contradict themselves, right? But if you pulled them out aside and you say, is it okay for a man to cheat if his wife's not having sex with him? You know, they probably wouldn't agree with that. You know.
Totally.
I want to see a woman that would say, "Oh yeah, it's okay for my man to go have sex with another woman because I'm not having sex with him." No, that would not be okay with her. Bullshit.
Totally.
Let's continue.
I don't look at. I mean, I forgot. How old did you say you were?
I'm 21.
Yeah, I mean you're young, right? But I'm saying like life is going to show you. Like life will humble you.
But even
life at some point you have to take accountability for the men you date.
Okay.
And like every situation you're in is your own fault. Like just like everything. Like, and if you're the common denominator with all these trash men, why are they interacting with you?
And also, can I just add?
That's such a good point. You'll pause it right
men
there.
are trash.
Oh, yeah.
That's such a good point. Like, okay, if what do you call it? She's the common denominator for all of the trash men that she's dated, right? Mm-hmm. So it's like the point is the reason why she's dating trash men is because she's technically like begets like. You know what I'm trying to say?
You attract what you put out.
Yeah.
Yep.
What you are, right?
Mm-hmm. I think that when you focus on what you want, that's when the shit that you want falls into your lap. When you focus on what you want, the universe puts it in your lap. It puts it around you. I can say that for a fact. It's happening currently with me now. I'm not in a relationship, but the relationship status or the thing that I was kind of looking for or felt comfortable with has fell into my lap, you know? Along with good qualities that I was looking for. Now, people change, you know. People can fake who they are or lie about who they are for the first 90 days of a relationship. I really don't think you start to get to know someone until you live with them. And it's kind of backwards, really, because it's not traditional to live with someone before marriage, right? But with society, the problem is it's so hard to divorce someone in some states, you know? It's expensive. Usually the guy gets the short end of the stick. In my situation, I was very lucky. And I was smart because I got a lawyer. But then I also had a competent ex, right? That cared about the children's well-being. And a lot of people don't think about that.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway.
Okay, so this is a little bit off topic, bit off topic. So kind of like for when people get divorced, how soon do you think, or how late do you think they should, or for how long do you think, there we go, for how long do you think after they're divorced should they stay single for?
I think it should be looked at like as a grieving process. I think that you shouldn't just get right back out into the dating market. I think you should work on yourself. I would say you need to, I think it takes, 30 to 60 days to start doing something consistently until it becomes a habit. I think you should start working on yourself. I think you should start working on yourself, going to the gym, reflecting on what caused the relationship to end. What was your responsibility, ladies? Do you have any responsibility? Can you take any accountability? You know, I think as for a guy, for me, I would dive into self-help. I would practice dating. I I've seen all the mistakes I made. A lot of men do make mistakes in dating because they just don't know what they're doing. They've been lied to by society in these stupid fucking movies about, oh, just get the girl flowers and be up her ass all the time and she'll choose you. That's not what happens, guys. Stop doing that simp shit. They're not going to come to you if you act like that, all right? You need to focus on your mission and your purpose in life. You take care of yourself, because how the hell are you going to take care of someone else if you can't take care of yourself? Get yourself financially stable, then women will come. That's what they look for. They look for that stability, and you'll be in that right mindset to be ready for them.
Facts.
Kind of took a little off there. Let's see here. Oh, this is the best part right here coming up. Okay, women, you don't want to hear this. But we built the world. Men built the world. We got all the hard jobs. We took all the hardest jobs. Here's a woman telling you the same thing. You can like it or hate it. I don't give a fuck.
Their father have had male interaction outside of sexual, so their idea of men is just what
going in without protection.
What can that man do for me in a sexual way and in a? I have to look.
Men don't need women. Women need men. Men could survive without women. If all the
I went back to 450.
And I think there's a lot of buzzwords that just
men don't need women. Women need men. Men could survive without women. If all the women disappeared tomorrow, men would be fine outside of reproduction.
So
women need men.
So they need us for reproduction, yeah. So
that's it.
Yeah.
If tomorrow they made artificial wombs, what would they need a woman for?
Well, they need eggs. They need eggs, right?
Okay. Who's a better companion, men or women?
Man.
Yeah, but what?
Let me tell you, women. You said who's a better companion, men or women? I will tell you right now. Women. This is what I've seen. I've seen other guys go through this. You can disagree down in the comments if you want. A woman will stay with a man while he's financially stable and taking care of business. But that man loses his job or loses his path. Women will stick around for a little while, but that love is not unconditional. All right? They will leave your ass if you can't provide the exact same lifestyle that they had. There's just too many other... like I said, grass is always greener on the other side. You're going to have male orbiters. These are men that are sending messages to your lady when you don't know about it. Trying to get on her good side. Act like they're friends. I'm going to tell you something, guys. And girls. Men don't befriend women just to be friends. Okay? Most of the time, men befriend women because they want to fuck them. They're looking for their opportunity to get it in. All right, unless they're homosexual or even if they're simps still are just looking for the opportunity to get laid. Men will spend years of their life crushing over a woman that's not going to give them the time of day. All right, because she's busy chasing the guy that's not paying attention to her, that's not giving her admiration or what's the word? Validation. All right, those are the women. I don't go and like posts on women that I'm interested in. I don't go and comment on all their shit. I don't. I focus on I don't do it on a lot of people's stuff. I barely do that anyway because I'm focused on my mission and my purpose in life. Like I said, if you do that, it's easy to get women.
It's true. And for those of you men who are on your mission and purpose in life, okay, you have to watch this video. I forget his name, but he's one of the sharks on Shark Tank. And he was asked a question about what is easier he was asked a question, but I'll just give you his response. He said it's easier to replace a relationship, but it's almost virtually impossible to replace your business. So if you know what your mission and purpose is in life, do not try to even give up on your mission and purpose in life for a relationship. Even if you're thinking of marrying this woman, do not give it up.
No. People are supposed to compliment your life, not complete it. by complimenting your life, that makes it better. Most men, look, men don't give a shit if you got a PhD or if you got a good job. Men don't give a shit about that. Men are visual creatures. We're going to look at you first and go off of what you look like. All right. Then we're going to go off your personality and see if we want to even spend time with you. Because if you're, narcissistic nag, you're going to just go ahead and invest in cat food because you're dying alone.
Or you could be the polar opposite where you're like an absolute bore, but you're also a narcissist. Like, it's even worse.
Yeah.
I was in a relationship with somebody like that. Oh man, never again.
Boring and a narcissist. That's a rough combination right there.
Oh, absolutely rough. Like, I mean, okay, so here's the backstory, right? So I was a professional dancer. I was traveling all across the world. Well, maybe not the world, all across North America. Went to the States, went to Europe. Like, I was a professional dancer and I was making money per show. And we did 2 shows per day, 5 days a week. We would train literally anywhere between 4 to 5 months for like 11 hours each day before we would go on tour. And then when we would tour, we would be basically out of the country or out of our province or out of the state for anywhere between 6 weeks to 6 months, depending on what our tour was. And while I was dating this narcissistic bore, right, dating her, I wasn't with her, for 6 months out of the year, right? So like I had my mission, I had my purpose in life. Obviously, like when I came home, right, she would, she was there. She like we would just, we'd go on dates and stuff like that, right? And then back to the daily grind, back to my mission and purpose. But when I proposed, that's when she changed, bro. That's when she changed. And so this is what I'm like, I'm warning the young men out there. Like, as soon as you know what your mission and purpose is, do not give it up. Do not give it up, because you can literally replace your relationship. It doesn't matter how long you've been with that person. Doesn't matter how long you've known that person. Doesn't matter if they're your high school sweetheart. Like, you can replace that person, or if that person respects you enough. And like you said, I'm going off of your statement there, Justin, about complimenting, right? They want to compliment your calling. They want to compliment your mission and purpose, right? Like, they want to be like in some cultures, particularly in the Hebrew culture, the way that they call a partner is called a help meet. Help, MEET, help meet. A person that actually helps and assists you in your calling, to help you fulfill your calling, not to do the work for you, but to help you alongside you, to be a help meet.
Yes, women should be inspiring. Right. They should be. I don't want to go through what women should be. I would just say inspiration is super important. Bringing peace to a man's life, super important.
See, you're right. So like, sorry, one more, like so women are profoundly creative beings, right? Profoundly creative. What is like literally the first thing you think of as soon as you think of a woman? And it's obviously their capacity to bear children, to birth children in this world. So right there, intrinsically, by their, like, what they're designed for, basically, like their primary function, well, they have multiple, women have multiple functions, but the primary function is creativity. There's two things that have actually radically transformed in the Western society. One, we've seen it, abortion. And two, the things that women are speaking. Before, women weren't allowed to speak. Now women are allowed to speak, so long as they're saying the things that, that's currently purported within a certain political frame, right? So they're saying they've before they were muzzled, but now they're unmuzzled so long that they say the things that certain people want them to say.
Are you talking about feminists or people that are wanting the? You got to expand on that a little bit. What do you mean wanting them to say? Who's in control of what women say?
So there's 2 narratives that's currently taking place. I'm trying not to be political whatsoever. I mean, even talking about feminism is being slightly political, but feminism is also philosophical in nature. So I feel like it's a safe, well, not safe, but it's like in a certain middle ground, but I'm trying not to be too political here.
Let's define feminism first. Let's define it. The feminism is supposed to be about equality, right? Whereas now what the feminism seems to be defined as is superiority over men, to emasculate, to essentially sign language, something the late and great Kevin Samuels used to say, shame, insults, guilt, and the need to be right. When you run into women like this, you just need to stay clear.
Mm-hmm. Facts.
Let's get through this rest of this video, because there's a huge point there that's coming up. We're at currently 5:19.
What's the capacity? No, but what's the capacity for that companionship? You know,
outside of children, and if he could get a hooker.
No, I don't agree, man.
It's quality. Can I just
so men built the world. Yeah. All the hard jobs are done by men. Mm-hmm. If men disappeared tomorrow, society would collapse. Men built the world that we complain about.
Yeah, but without women, there can't be men. They literally can't.
Outside. I'm saying, but outside of that, what do they need women for?
I'd say arguably one of the driving forces for men doing what they do is women.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say.
I was going to ask Phil because he's married. Because I feel like companionship.
I think men built this world for women.
But then, do you think outside of?
What I'm saying is men could survive without women.
We could.
Because men can be alone. Women can't. Women are social beings. We thrive. We need attention.
Yeah.
And men don't. So a man can live by himself in the You don't see women going out to the woods and just roughing it. That's a man thing. Yeah. You know, who's camping and fishing? It's not us.
It's true.
All the hard jobs are done by men, and so. Even so, you still say things.
I'm going to skip over to one of the last parts here that's definitely going to trigger some women.
And they accept that. Mm-hmm. But then we can do it by ourselves. But really, we need each other, and that's how it's by design.
But I'm saying biologically. Yeah. I'm saying men don't need women outside of reproduction.
Do you know what? I feel like maybe society has just made us.
It's true, but this is a humbling stat. That's why people don't this is a humbling fact of life, and that's why women don't like to hear it.
Well, I can't,
because it means we're not as important as we think we are.
Oof, that's painful. I don't know. Do you have any? I have some other stuff here and other videos that I wanted to check out. There's a lot of stuff, man. All these women that say I'm independent, and they question me about what is it that I need to give them for their independence. Well, I give them my condolences, because, like I said before, no successful masculine energy man is gonna want a woman that is boss bitch. Okay, we don't. We want femininity. We want peace. I don't mind if you stay home and I do the work, as long as you do the house duties. That is your job. If you want to be a stay-at-home wife, husband, whatever your relationship status is, whether it be male, woman to woman, everything in between. There's such a thing as polarity, feminine and masculine energy. Polarity is important, even in gay relationships. Someone usually takes a masculine role. I really, at this point, I don't have anything else to say about this video.
No, but yeah, I guess the last little bit there, I don't think I finished my sentence, which was, women are intrinsically creative beings. They have a profound capacity for creativity, and so what that says, I do believe in the power of intention. Their capacity to basically whatever they touch, turn it into gold. I remember I watched this video where it's if you give a woman if you give a woman food, she'll create a meal. If you buy a woman a house, she'll turn it into a home. Right? If you give a woman trouble, she'll turn it into disaster. You know what I mean? So it's like whatever it is that women touch, because they have this capacity for creative energy because of their nature. And I mean, with this whole feminist movement, where it's like they basically want to be on equality with men, where they're in the same positions as men, but there's only certain positions that they want to be with men, and it's particularly positions of power. However, I was watching this video with I think it was Miss India in 2000, and they were having a debate. But I love what she said about the differences between men and women and equality. It's not that men or women want to become men, but women want to have the same cerebral opportunities that men have. Cerebral opportunities, not physical opportunities, but cerebral opportunities. And that's where the Western culture seems to actually have where they're confused, where it's like they want to have, literally, they want to be perceived, treated basically like men. They basically want to be
intrinsically different. Like we are different for a reason.
We are different 100%. I love women. I love everything about women. But as soon as they want to be like as men, it's just like that's not attractive anymore. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
But
I'm sure there's one for someone. There's somebody. There's plenty for somebody. But I don't know, man. I see a lot of women on Facebook posting their thirst traps. A lot of them got 2 or 3 baby daddies and can't figure out why they don't have anybody.
Yeah, it's true.
It's because they have certain prerequisites. They're looking for certain things, and they just have an unrealistic perception of their own beauty. See, here's the thing. Women get all of them. This is a difference between men and women. And you can argue with me if you want to. YouTube. I don't give a shit. These are facts. Women get all of their they get all their payment forward. And what I mean by that, they get their youth, their beauty, their ability to have children. All that stuff is up front, all right? Whereas men have to struggle and fight for their place in life. They get it on the back end, all right? Men are earning about as much as they're going to make when they get mid-40s, all right? There's a reason why a lot of women tend to like older men, because they already are financially stable. They tend to not put up with a bunch of bullshit, because at that point we've passed our prime, on a biological level, like for wanting to have, just not as in our sexual prime, whereas women hit their sexual prime later in life.
I think what you're trying to get there was women age like milk, men age like wine.
That's so funny. Yeah, I mean, women, you better get a man while you're in your prime, because when you hit your decline, it's going to be a lot harder. So,
and also, like, I mean, I know we've been like pushing on the women this entire time, but I also want to push on some of the men. It's like there are some, actually a lot of men have obviously no role models for them to look up to. Like, they've become incredibly soft. Like, the generation is, one, they're incredibly soft. 2, they have a lot of like machoism without the confidence, with the cocky arrogance to back it up. Like, they will have a persona of manliness, but the very moment trouble comes around, they are literally cowering. Like, they are hiding behind somebody else's shadow. Like, it's just unreal. So men, like, grow up stop dancing for TikTok videos, stop being snowflakes. Like literally go out there, get some bruises, play some dangerous sports. I mean, obviously play dangerously, like a say, like, with your head on straight, you know what I mean? But like we gotta stop, like this generation is falling apart, and I'm pretty sure y'all notice it. So it's like we gotta do something. We like this generation is gonna fall apart. We're gonna see a huge decline, and we're already seeing a huge decline in birth rates. So, and I mean, there's a million things that's causing it, but particularly soft men.
Agree with that. A lot of simps out there. You're actually making it harder on us by giving all these damn women attention, when they're not even working for it. They're just throwing up posts, throwing up thirst traps, and all these men are like, and all the women too, you're so gorgeous, you're so beautiful. That shit's not healthy, especially if you ain't fucking gorgeous and you ain't beautiful. That shit's not healthy for you. You set your standards way too high, and you're never going to get a man, ever. You can get a man, but you're not going to get a man to marry you. You'll get a man to knock it down. Average women deserve average men, not above. Average deserves average. All right? You get out of average by, well, as a woman, you got to get it. You need to marry when you're young, because as you get older, the clock is ticking. There's going to be so many women that are going to be mad about this. The clock is ticking. You hit 35 years old, and you're not married, and you don't already have children. It's a long road to hoe for you. Okay? And there's probably a reason why you're single, at 35. 2 or 3 baby daddies. There's probably a reason for that. It's time to look inward. It's not everybody else's fault.
Yeah, that's true. Oh man, speaking about like 2 or 3 baby daddies. Okay, so I know a guy who is basically a feminist because he has basically 2 or 3 mommies. Like he has children with different women, and he's not paying child support. I'm just like, I stopped being friends with this dude. I mean, like, because his lifestyle. Like,
yeah,
you can't. Right? So now, like, as a man that's unable to take another man seriously, like, imagine how women would perceive other women with 2 or 3 baby daddies, right? So it's like, it's the exact same.
It's like they encourage it, though. Like, it's completely opposite.
I
don't see women bashing other women for opening their legs to 4 different dudes, and getting knocked up and before marriage. Like, hello, like I was married 7 years before I had my first kids. I mean,
true.
I don't know. At this point, it might go off the rails.
All right. I feel like we've reacted pretty intensely to that video. Do you have anything else you want to add?
No, we essentially turned an 8-minute video into a 40-minute conversation, though. I don't have anything else to add. I think that you guys should leave some comments down below. Let me know what you think. If you do like the video, give me a thumbs up. If you don't like the video, let me know. Thumbs it down.
Give us a thumbs down. Even better. Like, you know what? Like, give it, because we want both. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, we're not. Yeah, we want honest feedback. Like, we want to hear your opinions. Like, leave your comments in the comment section below. Tell us what you want to hear. Tell us what you would like to see, and we can certainly put all of that together for you guys.
Peace.